Hey, what's up guys? We've got a new Goblin Giant Double Prince deck that has made its way to number 82 in the world. This creative card combination focuses on elixir collecting up to maximize the positive elixir trades. With a fast cycle of Firecracker, Fire Spirit, Ice Spirit, and Rage, you can get back to elixir collectors by only spending 6 elixir. And when they spam into your double princes, giving you further positive elixir trades, your counter push will crush their castles. 2 charging princes with a Goblin Giant that's raged up is mayhem when you don't have enough elixir to defend. And it gets even spicier when the Evolved Firecracker adds extra value to your offense. This unorthodox deck is dominating at the top of the world, so it's time for us to charge through, see what it can do, and assert dominance. Subscribe to the channel to stay connected for all the daily videos. Lots of love to everyone that's supporting the channel with credit code SirTag. So this guy's got the Archer Queen banner from the Ops clan, so he's probably got some special forces undercover. I want to see what's going to be inside that goblin cage. Is going to end up having like the evolved goblin cage brawler or something? I don't know. We'll see. I want to see buildings actually get an evolution. I wonder how hard will an Inferno Tower hit? Will it just have multiple eyes that shoot lasers everywhere? Will the Goblin Cage Brawler have a buddy in his prison cell? Will it spawn like multiple? Will it spawn a Goblin Giant? Oh man, there's so many fun things that could happen. Well, maybe not so fun for opponents, but fun for you. We're going to go for a Rage. We're going to be able to finish off the Bandit and then also the Electro Wizard. And I'm thinking that the Goblin Giant's just going to lock onto the tower. That should give us, I don't know, 700, 800 damage. Ridiculous that it did even more than that. Wow, it did 1,100 damage. That's awesome. Okay, we can casually activate King Tower here with an Ice Spirit and a Fire Spirit against this Mega Knight. So that's what I'm going to go with. I'm going to go pull the Mega Knight with the Fire Spirit first because the Ice Spirit, it stuns the Mega Knight. So the timing is slightly harder to do. So that's why I always use the Fire Spirit or whatever card first, and then I use the stun card afterward because the stun can mess up the timing of when you drop the second card to activate King Tower against the Mega Knight. Because hypothetically, if the Mega Knight's frozen, then you have to drop the card a little bit later, and I don't like that. So that's why I always use the Ice Spirit later. It's like, it doesn't matter when you get frozen Mega Knight in the second one. Still going to go straight towards the King Tower then. All right, so Goblin Giant on the left is going to give us some serious value directly into his Executioner and his Bandit. Not necessarily like the best defense for him, also not like the best offense for us. Kind of hoping that we get a little bit more. I hate the fact that I had dropped the Dark Prince in front after the charge because I didn't have enough elixir, and also on top of that, if you think about it, you want to end up making sure the Bandit doesn't jump on your tower, and I had to still stop the Executioner too, so it was a lose-lose situation there. Anyway, we're to Fire Spirit on the right. Ooh, he's gonna have Royal Recruits with a Mega Knight in the same deck. What are these decks I'm matching into right now? Holy, wait, Clash Royale is coming up with some crazy stuff. All right, we're gonna go for Elixir Collector in the back. And then I think we need to prioritize defending. If we don't end up stopping that Firecracker from dying, we're in a bad spot. Okay, fortunately, that's not like Evo Royal Recruits right now, so they're not going to like just go and dash at me. I can get a Firecracker and then an Ice Spirit. He's got arrows. Jeez, man. He did not expect that to be a strategy. But anyway, we can go for a Goblin Giant at the river, especially if he goes in for Royal Recruits like that. He's not going to have enough elixir. This is going to be massive memes. There's no doubt in my mind that this is going to be annoying for him, especially if we can get a Firecracker on the field, because the Executioner is going to get roasted in the right by the Fire Spirit and my tower. So I don't have to spend near as much elixir. And then because we don't knock the shields of the recruits away yet, we don't have to worry about them dashing at my tower. So that's the scary thing. If you log the recruits, then you immediately have to respond. If you bar build the recruits, you immediately have to respond. We don't even have cards that can crush the shields. So it's like, hey, we kind of have parental controls on our deck. We can't lose the game even if we tried. Making the recruits lose their shields so they charge on my tower, that's a losing situation every time. And we're starting off the day at 6,000 in the world. We got a game against someone from an Esports Clan. You already know they're going to go sicko tryhard mode on us right quick. So Zap and Heal Spirit makes me think either Sparky or it's going to be 3 Musketeers. Well, Sparky it is. Didn't even have to wait any longer. He's like, Jake, I'm going to show you. You guessed it. I'm not going to make you wait around. The Sparky got hit from behind the tower from the Dark Prince. I don't know how that splashed through the tower. The tower is so thick. But the Dark Prince? Oh, no. It's got the magic, man. All right. We're going to try our hardest to defend this. I'm going to go and drop a Goblin Giant here. We can go and soak up some damage with the Fire Spirit. And then we can go for an Ice Spirit afterward. I was hopeful that the Fire Spirit would take the Sparky shot, but I guess it didn't happen. Totally fine, but it could have been a lot better. It is what it is. Unfortunately, the Goblin Giant's going to do so much damage to Elixir Collector too. Really not the start that we wanted. If I'm being totally realistic, I thought that the Fire Spirit would take the first Sparky shot, then we would Ice Spirit, and then we would go and reset the Sparky. But if we snag the tower with the double princes on the left, we're kind of neutralizing the situation. Oh, come on. Speaking of neutralizing, that Sparky is destroying my princes. I can't even look, guys. I'm just like covering my face as the princess got destroyed. It's tight, though. Maybe we can 3-crown. Is that even a contention point for me? Maybe. I'm going to Firecracker in the back on the same side as the Sparky. That's the best play that we can do. Then we can go Goblin Giant on Goblin Giant just so we can soak up the Goblin Giant damage. It's a lot of damage over time. Then we're going to Ice Spirit to reset his Sparky. And then I think we can go for like an Elixir Collector here. That might seem like a dumb decision, but at the same time, I want to go for the 3 crown. I think that if I decide to go the same side as the Sparky, it's not going to work out. I don't have a good reset. I don't have Lightning. I don't have Zap. I don't have Freeze. So I want to catch him dropping the Sparky, and I don't want to spam a lot of stuff in the left and go for the Goblin Giant and try to 3 crown. That's the real game plan here. And go Prince. Ooh, seriously? He's going to spam that amount of Elixir. That's really crazy. This guy is vicious. He's ferocious. Okay, so I'm going to go for a Rage just so I can kill the Dark Prince. It's a little bit annoying. The E-Barb wasn't that bad. No, Goblin Giant. What did it lock onto? Okay, thank God. If that locked onto the tower, we would have lost. Fortunately, the Goblin Giant hit the Prince instead. And then the Dark Prince was about to just splash onto my tower because the guy learned. He's like, you know, it splashed through and hit my Sparky, so it's definitely going to splash through a Dark Prince and hit the tower. Guy was showing no mercy on us. So we're going to go Ice Spirit here, and we're going to go in for probably just like Firecracker and Dark Prince on the right. I don't see any other good outcome for us, so I don't want the Firecracker to die. And then we can go in for a Prince here, so then the Firecracker, I don't know, it's going to die. It's definitely dead to the Goblin Giant. But at the same time, E-Barbs aren't going to 3 crown me. So we go for our own Goblin Giant here. Fire Spirit, Ice Spirit, Rage it up, and see what we can make happen here. Because we need this Goblin Giant to melt his dreams. Does he not have Elixir? He was trying to save for the E-Barbs. Wait, he still can't stop it. That's incredible. We went for a Goblin Giant Rage and did 2,400 damage to his 3 crown while he was affording E-Barbs. And even though he had E-Barbs, because of the Rage and the Ice Spirit holding his cards in place for just enough time, we were able to edge out the 3 crown. Princes are powering us through to 5,800 in the world. So this guy's got wall breakers in the banner, and he's got delicious pancakes too. Truthfully, I don't like eating wall breakers damage, but I'll eat pancakes all day. So I'm going to go for a Firecracker here. Wait, we actually were able to encapsulate the wall breakers with the Fire Spirit. He did not drop them fast enough. That's incredible for me. I'm going to go for a Dark Prince. He's going to be down a lot of Elixir. He took a negative Elixir trade with the arrows, the Fire Spirit into the wall breakers, and then also the Bandit there too. So I think going in for the Goblin Giant is not a bad decision, especially if we can rage it up on bats for a 2-for-2 trade, expedite our Goblin Giant attacks, and also just put our opponent in a position where he's frantically flailing a Mega Knight and it's dying on his side of the map to a Goblin Giant. I don't think I've ever seen that before, where a Mega Knight dies there. Okay, we can activate King Tower with an Ice Spirit and then a Fire Spirit afterward against the Bandit. So I don't know if you guys have ever done that before, but for 2 Elixir, you can get a +1 trade and a King Tower activation. Might not necessarily feel like the best thing in the world to eat those wall breakers, but trust me, if I can get an Elixir advantage against a Mega Knight player, it doesn't matter if I take 1,200 damage, if I can take his entire tower. That's my game plan. Get the Elixir advantage and then grab the win. Just get out. It's an ultimate heist. That's the play. I like playing a bit more aggressive with Elixir Collector decks when I know that I can get a decisive advantage. Also, taking that King Tower activation earlier on in the match, like right now, it allows me to defend more effectively for the rest of the match. So getting the King Tower activation early in the match is generally the best bet. I don't really see any negatives there. 1,200 damage ain't nothing to me. All right, we're going to go in for a Prince here in the back, and then he's going to go for a Prince too. Dude, stop copying my tactics. You know, this is what we do. We're not trying to have a tag team with double Princes out here. All right, we can maybe go in for Rage again. I think he's going to have Bats, so I don't know where he's going to drop them. Or we can just go for an Evolved Firecracker. I think the Evolved Firecracker is just slightly better, because it gives us like lasting impact on the map right now. I don't know if that's the right thing, though, because she might give us lasting impact in the form of our opponent's King Tower activation. Is that exactly what happens? Yeah. Wait, no, she touched the tower. She did something. That's cool. We can go for a Rage to finish off those Bandit and Wall Breakers plays. And then the Goblin Giant should preclude any potential of him feeling good about himself. He was looking at it. He's like, dude, I'm coming back in the game. He's like, wait, never mind. I have to take some damage now. All right, we can get an Ice Spirit. I think that the Mega Knight's going to jump regardless. So it's a little bit unfortunate, but it is what it is. We can go in for a Dark Prince here before the Mega Knight jumps on anything worthwhile. It's just going to hit the shield. And then we can go in for a Fire Spirit and a Rage and finish off the Mega Knight before it jumps. It's just going to start walking again. Man, this guy is so frisky. He's frivolously dropping Elixir at every twist and turn. But the Prince is smart, and it goes and targets the Wall Breakers before it targets the Bandit. Now I can go in for a Goblin Giant in front, and this is where we start to unload our pure pressure. It doesn't necessarily matter if we're able to get that much Goblin Giant damage, as long as we get enough to go in for the Rage. And oh, wait, the Mega Knight! It retargeted on the Prince! Whoa, that was absolutely insane, and that definitely made him wince. The Prince taking the targeting allowed us to take the game. And after Shrek slamming Mega Knight, we're at 3,900 in the world. Hey, we're gonna go for a Fire Spirit, best starting hand available. Oh my gosh. So our best starting hand gave us a +1 elixir trade immediately into Spear Goblins. Then subsequently after, he ends up going in for a Miner, and I think we can catch that with the Prince. We can go Ice Spirit here to stop the Knight from getting damage. And just looking at our situation, raging up an Elixir Collector feels absurd. But if I'm going to be raging up my tower anyway and damaging down the Knight with the Rage, just to cycle and make sure that I go and get to my Elixir Collector a little bit faster, might as well rage up the Elixir Collector and I get +1 Elixir from that rage as well. It's not a worthwhile transaction raging up an Elixir Collector, but if you're going to rage anyway, you might as well. Okay, so he's going to Miner. I think we can go in for a Dark Prince. Wait, Dark Prince should be able to hold this? Nice. Interesting to see our opponent Miner and then have another Elixir Collector that he immediately has to deal with. He removed the Beehive, but they're still swarming on the other side of the map. Oh, it's awesome. Okay, so to win these type of matchups where your opponent is going to end up having a defensive building and a really fast cycle, generally, when I've been talking to top players, they've been telling me, you got to cycle multiple Goblin Giants and you can't just drop it at the river unless you have a huge Elixir advantage. Oh my gosh. Wait, that Prince though, it did so much work. Because the Spear Goblins got mutilated by the Dark Prince, which does splash damage, obviously. And then the regular Prince is where it gets all the damage. Also, another cool tip that if you guys didn't know, if you rage correctly on top of your tower, and you clip the wall breakers and you're raging your tower at the same time, you can fully counter the wall breakers for a 2-for-2 trade. A lot of times people will just rage directly on the wall breakers and not hit their tower and mess up the timing. And then they'll be like, wait, why did I not counter the wall breakers? Well, that's the reason why. You got to make sure that the timing is accurate. Okay, so we're going to go Dark Prince last possible second, and then we should be able to counter a Miner with an Ice Spirit. It's nice because we can retarget the Miner and then go in for a Prince directly on the Miner every time. So the way that we win is by cycling 2 Goblin Giants, which I was talking about before. You go for your first Goblin Giant, you get the building out of them, and then after you get the building, then you go and spam another Goblin Giant, and then they're like, wait, how am I supposed to counter this? This card cycle is so freaking fast. So we're going to go for our Firecracker here. Maybe we can just go and lock onto the Knight. We do. Beautiful. And then we can start to spam the second Goblin Giant. So this is where we really get our damage. The first one is just meant to break through the bomb tower. And the second one is what parades through and does the massive value. Look at that. Look at that Goblin Giant. There's nothing you got on that, bruh. We can go for another Firecracker here. Set up another Fire Spirit and just bombard him with a relentless amount of Elixir that is absolutely unstoppable. Like, there is nothing you can do against this deck. If you mess up once, or if you let your opponent get Elixir advantage, or if you let them get 2 Goblin Giants on the field and you only have 1 building and the building's out of cycle, you can't build a defense to our deck then. Hey, this guy's got a Sparky banner. So let's see what's up. You guys already know the deal. Whenever we're playing against Sparky, we want to get as many Elixir Collectors on the map and make sure that they spam into us. But this guy's going to have Goblins, so I don't think he's going to have a Sparky deck. At least I haven't seen a Sparky. Oh my gosh.
You never see it coming.
Seriously? You had to troll me like that, man. I was telling everyone that there was no chance there'd be a Goblin Sparky deck. But here you are in the flesh. So I'm going to go for a Firecracker in the back on the same side as the Sparky. And there's a high likelihood that he's going to spam into that. Wait, really? Every single thing that I say is wrong right now. Y'all can't believe a thing I say. Man goes in for a mirrored Sparky in the back. But let's be real. Who would have expected that? Maybe you guys. I don't know. Maybe y'all just be like the opposite of what Jake says every time. All right, so the Firecracker is going to do some weird stuff where it hits like a unit there and then goes the other side. We do take that. I'm going to go Ice Spirit, and then I'm going to go in for a Prince, and then I think that we're going to be okay if we could rage up the Prince to get an extra shot before the Sparky shoots. Nice. That was so impactful, because if the Prince took damage, I don't know if I would be able to get as much of a counter push. Also, I just want to win this match. So let's be real for a sec. Like, if we're putting us a Mirror Sparky Mastermind, we can't let him win. I'm going to go for another Elixir Collector in the back because it's obvious to me that if we play against someone with an Ice Golem Goblin Giant Sparky deck, I need to make sure that I have an Elixir advantage and I don't overcommit too heavily here. We can go opposite lane and try to go for the 3 crown with the double Prince push. But for all intents and purposes, I can't believe that this guy is top 3,000 in the world right now running this deck. This is just insane. So we're going to go in for a Prince on the right-hand side. We can maybe go in for a Goblin Giant in the middle if he decides to go for a Sparky. Actually, let's just roll with it. It's not that bad of a decision. He might be able to go in for a Fireball or something on the tower. Wait, the Mega Minion didn't get a hit? Wait, that's so lucky. Let's go. So now he's not even able to take the tower here. We could maybe go in for like a Dark Prince, an Ice Spirit, and see if we can go and freeze the Sparky. I mean, I can't even see the Sparky. It looked like it was a part of the tower for a second. It's literally playing hide and seek with me right now. I need to seek some help to clean that thing up, though. All right, I'm gonna go in for a fire spirit, then I'm gonna go in for another goblin giant and just spam everything that I have because it's obvious to me that I need to defend this with a dark prince, but at the same time, I don't think I need to if I don't have to, you know? You feel me, guys? If I just don't have to defend and I can go all in, that makes me a little bit happier. So I'm gonna get that prince on top of the 3 crown, and we should be able to walk away with a win, or maybe the spirit goblins will. Oh my gosh. Never mind. Wait. I need to go goblin giant, and then use the dark prince to tank for the Sparky shot. Because if that doesn't happen, I'm 100% toasted. We're going to go for a rage. Why is this game getting a little bit out of hand? I don't appreciate the fact that I just lost 2 towers here. But fortunately, Shrek secures our future, clobbering each one of the crowns. Like if you enjoyed, subscribe for more daily videos, and have an amazing rest of your day.